What's up, champ? I'm Vince Del Monte of GeneExpressionTraining.com, and in this video, as you can see from the title, we are going to talk about the 3 secrets to a sustainable fitness business in a saturated fitness industry. Now, I crossed out fitness both times here because this video also applies to anybody in any other industry or with any other interest. If you're interested in taking your passion, your knowledge, and turning it into an information product to leverage your time, to reach more people, to help more people, to achieve personal financial freedom, then you're in the right spot. You walk through the right door. All right, if you're here just to learn how to build your body, this channel is not going to change. We're going to continue doing that, but I'll catch you in the next video. All right? All right, now that I'm speaking just to the individuals that want to learn the 3 secrets to building a sustainable business online, let's get started. And before I do that, I want to lay down a little more context because I've been doing this for 10 years. All right, it's one thing to take advice from a guy who's been online for a year or two, but I mean, they haven't really lived through anything. All right, I've lived through a lot of ups and downs. All right, a lot of storms, if you will. And I've had to learn how to navigate. I've had to learn how to pivot. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I've made. All right, because fortunately, I've survived those mistakes and I've become better, but for some people, these mistakes would sink them, all right? All right, where should I begin? Let's just kind of layer this with one backstory. I started this back in 2008, all right? Over the last, through 2008 to about 2014, I was attacked by a lot of people, a lot of influential people that you know. People that whether you agree with them or don't agree with them, whether you consider them credible or not credible, they're influential people. People look up to them, they have a voice, and their voice is loud. Okay, so I've been attacked by guys like Scooby, Alan Aragon, Ian McCarthy, who else? Vegan Gains. Guys that have people that have large followings. And a lot of those attacks came from my own stupidity, from maybe information I put out that didn't have quality control, or from things that I actually didn't mean, or things that were taken out of context. Whatever the reason, it resulted in an attack. That's not the purpose of this video. And I've had to learn how to deal with that stuff and still continue to grow. And there's 3 things that have allowed me to navigate through this online world, which comes with a lot of challenges. And I can tell you right now, there's a lot of guys that need to be watching this video who have online businesses because they aren't gonna make it. They'll be here for a few more years and they'll be gone because they don't have these things that I'm about to teach you. And these are the things that are allowing me to still go strong after 10 years. You know, they call me the OG, the original gangster, because I was one of the first guys that started a YouTube channel. And anyways, I feel like this is a very valuable video for anybody that wants to start in this world, but's kind of wondering, like, is there sustainability? Like, Vince, is this legit? Can you do this? The answer is yes. I employ over a dozen people. Most of them are full-time, some of them are part-time, and we have a team and we are growing, and we do it under the radar. We don't, you know, as you can see from my accounts, like, I don't have 1 million YouTube followers. I don't have over 1 million people on Instagram. I don't have actually Facebook's pretty good because I started Facebook earlier. But anyways, Facebook, I sound like I have a couple million people following me. I've done very, very well focused on building a quality business, focusing on one person at a time and not focusing on scale, not focused on quantity and getting caught up in just chasing more and not taking care of the people in front of me. And that's actually another lesson we can share. But let's dive into these things. At the end of the video, I'm going to talk to you about an invitation to attend 2 seminars that I'm putting out here in 2017, one in London, England, one in Toronto, Ontario, which are both filling up, where you can learn my entire 0 6-figure formula, which has already produced a lot of amazing success stories. So watch until the end of this video if you're interested in joining me and a small group of people to learn this formula in a small group setting. All right, so number 1, what do you guys think the first thing is? Passion, all right? Passion is the number 1 thing you have to figure out. And you probably have a lot of passions, all right? So once this is done, what this is gonna kind of create is a triangle, okay? And all these points need to be considered, okay? Because you may be passionate about a number of things, but, okay, how is this so far?
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah. You started going on a bit long in the intro, but I think you ended it.
Okay, let me talk about passion.
Okay.
So the very first thing, a lot of people, let me talk about. So let's go from there, it's already written on the board. So the very first thing is, what are you most passionate about? When people sign up for business coaching with me, the first thing we have to figure out is these three things. And the first thing I want to figure out is, what are you most passionate about? All right, what could you do for the rest of your life for free? All right, if I put a gun to your head and I said, this is what you got to do the rest of your life, and you're not going to get paid, what would it be? What would it be? What could you do the rest of your life for free? That is a good indication that you're moving in the right direction, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you get into something that you're not passionate about, you're gonna hit roadblocks, you're gonna hit challenges, and you're not gonna have the fortitude to push through. If you're, like, for example, it's very obvious that weight loss is an industry that makes way more money than muscle building. But muscle building is what I'm passionate about. If I were just to chase money, if I was just like, you know what, I could make way more money just making weight loss products, I would get to a point that's like, it's not gonna be sustainable because I'm eventually gonna lose my passion. And what was the point? So that's a very practical example. Some people get into a specific, they're like, I'm gonna create a butt product because that's where all the money is. But they're not really passionate about butt products. So it's like, yeah, well, you make a couple bucks there, but you're chasing pennies, you're not chasing dollar bills. You don't have a big picture perspective. All right, so passion is where it's at. If you're not passionate about it, it's gonna be very short-lived. All right, and your litmus test is, what could you do the rest of your life for free? Like, I could do this for the next 10, 15, 20 years. I don't have to do this. I do this because I love it. I really do. I really look forward to coming down here, setting up the camera and thinking about what to teach and to learn from mentors and to share it with you. I love it. It gets me fired up. Just as much now at 37 as it did when I was 27. And that's one of the keys to having sustainability. You've got to be passionate about it. That's the only thing that's going to carry you through rough times. All right? That's the thing that's going to separate you from average and amazing results. So the next thing here is, passion isn't enough, right? Passion isn't enough. What we need also is credibility. Okay? We need credibility. All right? So if you want to teach fitness, you got to look like somebody who is fit, right? You got to be knowledgeable. All right? You don't need to be you don't have to be the smartest guy. This isn't a beauty contest, so you don't have to be the best looking person, but you do need to know your SHIT. You need to know your stuff, right? You've got to be certified. You've got to have some education. You have to look the part. So you've got to have credibility. If you're selling muscle building, you should have a before and after transformation. I've had some people come to my 0 6-figure formula seminar. They gave me $2,000 for the 2 days. And I'm like, dude, you just got to get in shape. And if somebody gives me that kind of money, I'm not going to sugarcoat the truth. I'm like, you don't need to create a product right now. You need your own transformation. And that was one of the first things I did. I got awesome before and after pictures. A lot of you guys, the most important thing for you to do is just to get yourself into better shape. You know, get ripped, do a photo shoot, do a contest, do something that gives you authority status, all right? You have to be seen as a legitimate authority figure. And that's not just with what you've done with yourself, you have to have testimonials. I was a trainer for over 22 to 26 for over 4 years, where I was working 60 to 70 hours a week with clients on the gym floor getting testimonials, practicing my skills. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I want to have an online business. It wasn't like that. I was a personal trainer for years. So I had a lot of experience. So I had credibility. I can work with somebody one-on-one in the gym setting. I know what that's like, all right? So you have to have real credibility. This means investing in yourself, going to seminars, working with coaches, hiring mentors, going to conferences, always investing in yourself. 10% of your income should always go back into your own personal growth, all right? So you need credibility. And now, with all that said, this is where I've kind of got in trouble, because I work at a fast pace, and sometimes I put stuff out too fast, and that's kind of where some of the I wouldn't even call these guys like so much haters, but they just disagreed with information I put out. And some of them I agreed. I'm like, crap, I kind of put that out there without thinking. And you're like, yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, I screwed up. And it's too late though on social media because like people love to find people who like with influence who make mistakes because they want to pull them down, right? So it's like crap. Well, all right, have fun. I'll have to recover from this. And it takes a while to recover from mistakes you make online. So with the credibility thing, you don't have to be the smartest guy in the world. You can evolve. The big thing is like my audience, like why didn't my business get sunk when I got attacked by Scooby, Alan, Ian, Vegan Gains? Why didn't my business sink? You know, when I got attacked by these influential figures. Because people who actually know me understand context. They're like, well, you know what? Vince screwed up. And he admitted it. And Vince is on a journey. Vince is evolving. All right? We understand. Like, the guys who've been following me for a long time understand Vince is about growth. He's about evolving. He's about getting better. He's like me. He's not like up here on a pedestal who knows everything, who acts holier than thou, who never makes mistakes. Hear what I'm saying? So my audience is like, okay, he's screwed up. Poor guy, he's getting beat up right now, but all right, he'll recover. You know, and they get it. And they're like, you know, they show you, you know, they throw you a bone sort of thing. You're like, all right, Vince, like, don't screw up too many more times, though, right? People get it. Like, okay, he's human. He messed up. He put something out there that, you know, they put out a little too fast. It's like Nike. They put out a pair of shoes. They didn't hit the mark. They pull them off the assembly line. It's like, yeah, shoot, we missed the mark there. Influencers, educators, we missed the mark. We're not perfect. So people, my audience gets it. So one of the big things here is to be transparent and understand like you're never going to be, you don't have to wait till you're the most credible person in the world before you can start helping other people. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So don't hold yourself back. All right. I bet you can help 99% of the people out there because you probably know a lot more than those people. You're never going to be like 100% perfect. All right. All right. Last thing. All right, this is a little more tactical. What we need is what's called a ravenous marketplace. Okay? A ravenous marketplace. So what does that mean? Well, we need a marketplace where people are hungry for your information. All right? I'll tell you straight up, what are the three biggest industries in the world right now? Health, wealth, and dating. Health, wealth, and dating. That's where all the money is, those three industries. So if you're providing a service in any one of those three industries, there's no reason that you can't get a piece of the pie. There's no reason where you can't, you know, capture a segment of the marketplace, if you will. But you've got to be in a very, very specific, you have to have a very specific service for a very specific person. You know, my brand was built around helping skinny guys, primarily beginners. Now the brand's evolved, you know, over the last 10 years. I have a lot of people that, you know, follow my work, people that are starting overweight, older guys, not just super skinny guys, but it all started off with a very clear focus. So is there a ravenous marketplace with skinny guys? Yep. Is there ever going to be a shortage of skinny guys who want to build muscle? Like, am I in an industry that's like going to dry up? No. Every single year, there's more and more guys that want to add muscle to their body. So I'm in a ravenous marketplace. There's guys staying up late at night who are like, man, I wish I could build more muscle. Like, I wish I could get a better body. And man, sure, I get rid of this gut. I wish I could like become more attractive. Wish I could, you know, feel fit again and feel better about myself. That marketplace is never going away. All right, so one of the big things here is to ensure you're in a ravenous marketplace. And if there's an industry that you're thinking of getting into where there's a lot of people already servicing, you want to look at that as a good thing, not as a bad thing. That's because people are profiting from that industry. And one of the things that I've learned too, especially with this fitness world, everybody says, isn't the fitness industry saturated? And I always say yes, but it's saturated with a lot of bad information. All right, it's saturated with a lot of bad information. So there's an opportunity for people that are ultra passionate, who have legitimate credibility and want to service a certain segment of the industry. All right, and that's how you can build sustainability, by doing a better job at it than other people. All right, so I wouldn't say the industry's saturated anywhere. It's just saturated with a lot of bad information. People that are coming out with like really good quality information, who are, you know, working at a slower pace, they're watching what they're saying, they're taking care of their audience, they're thriving. They're thriving. And if you look at maybe some guys that you follow, you'll probably notice that trend. You're like, yeah, he's got an aspect of quality control in his business, which is a whole nother topic. And that's something that's really important. So you know, with this whole ravenous marketplace, we could dig a little deeper here. The big thing here is to get very specific, all right? The more specific you can be, the better. And a lot of people are afraid to go specific, right? So for me, you know, I was taught by a mentor early on that to monetize, you have to polarize, all right? To monetize, you have to polarize. So what does that mean? Well, you really have to have something that's very specific. So like my first ebook, No Nonsense Muscle Building, was for skinny guys who wanted to gain their first 40 pounds of muscle. It wasn't for advanced guys. It wasn't for guys who wanted to lose fat. It wasn't for girls. It was for young guys. It was for newbies. It's like, well, that's like really specific, but aren't you alienating everybody else, Vince? Yes. Purposely, I am alienating. I told people, this isn't for girls. This isn't if you're advanced. This is for beginners. This is for guys that want to add their first 40 pounds of muscle. If that's you, you're in the right spot. And when you have that very clear messaging, people are like, I get it, I'm in the right spot. Another line I learned from a marketing mentor way back in the day was that marketing is, marketing is 70% knowing who your audience is. And you notice how at the start of this video, I quickly said, if you want to learn how to build a fitness business, you're in the right spot. If you're looking to build your body, you're in the wrong room. I'll see you in the next video. Do you see how I did that at the start of the video? Because I quickly wanted to establish the context and make sure I know who's watching this video. Nobody's watching this video right now. What is this, 10, 15, 20 minutes into the video already? No one's watching this video at this point in the video if they're not seriously interested in this stuff. And that's why I can create long videos. People are like, man, your videos are so long. I'm like, yeah, but to be honest, that's where all the opportunity is, because nobody's going to be at the end of a video if they're not interested in what you're talking about. So that's why I have no problem creating long videos. The people that aren't interested click away after 1 or 2 minutes. I'm not interested in those people. I actually want to get rid of them. All right? I only want to talk to the serious people, which is you. All right, I've actually got a special message for you at the end of this video, and we're going to get to it really quickly. But I guess let's wrap up there. Actually, that'd be a good place to wrap up. But the 3 secrets to a sustainable business in a saturated industry is: 1, you've got to figure out what you're passionate about. What could you do the rest of your life for free? Credibility. A way to figure out where you're credible on is what piece of advice do your friends ask you for more than anything else? That's the litmus test. What piece of advice do your friends ask you for? Just like you're not like your social media friends, just like your immediate circle of friends. What's the thing that they always say? Teach me this. Teach me this. What's the secret? How do you do this? How do you do that? That's where your credibility is. All right. So keep it really simple. All right. And then lastly, where is there a ravenous marketplace? All right. That you're passionate about and that you have credibility on, right? So for me, I was a skinny guy. So if I led with a weight loss product, like, where's the story? Where's the authenticity? It's like, it's not credible, right? It's like, I was never fat. I started off skinny, right? So my entire business is built on credibility. It's like freaking Vinny, skinny Vinny. The dude was 135 pounds, 150 pounds. The dude got pushed around and beat up. He was a pushover. He couldn't gain muscle. He tried it all and he achieved results. Like, people are like, wow, like, how did he do it? There's credibility there, right? It's not made up. It's not fake. It's real. So you can't, again, you have to combine these 2 things when you're identifying your ravenous marketplace. I got a couple guys who I coach and they're shredded. Like, they're ripped all year round and they're over 40. And they're trying to figure out what their business model, what their niche should be. I'm like, ripped after 40, shredded after 40, abs after 40. It's like what you represent is the name of your product. It's like, and it didn't even dawn on them because they was just like, oh yeah, I guess this is what I'm credible about. And I was like, oh yeah, it's right there in front of you. So for some of you guys, it might be like coming like quickly, like, oh wow, I got it. Thank you, Vince. Some of you guys are like, I'm still not sure. That's one of the reasons I do these seminars, because at these seminars, you get one-on-one time, you get to ask questions, we get to go deeper into this so that when you leave the seminar, you have a very crystal clear blueprint for your next step. You know which marketplace you're going to focus on. You know where you're going to go a mile deep. All right, we're going to go inch wide, a mile deep. We're not going to go a mile wide and an inch deep, which is what most people do. All right, we're going to go very deep with one specific audience, and we're just going to really, really help these people with their journey. All right, We're going to say no to a lot of people so that we can say yes to a specific person. All right, that's really hungry for your information. Anyways, just to go back to the seminar, I am doing 2 seminars this year where I'm teaching my 0 to 6 figure formula. All right, I break it down over the course of 2 days. It's very intimate, it's very interactive, and it's not cheap, but it's not expensive either. We're actually doing a very special price for just these 2 events because I want to film them with like a lot of people in the room, and it's going to turn into a product. So that's why the price is cheaper on these 2 events than they've been on my other events. So when you get the price, let me tell you, don't think that that's ever going to be offered again. It's not. So take advantage when you email me. And the big thing with this event is to give you a clear map of everything that's involved with starting your online fitness business. So after we identify this piece for you, we get into creating a lead magnet, an irresistible offer. We get into affiliate marketing, email marketing. We get into YouTube organic content strategies, Facebook organic content strategies. We get into paid advertising with Facebook. We get into outsourcing, how to build your team. We talk a lot about mindset. So all this is covered in 2 days, all right? I've personally invested well over $100,000, if not maybe a couple $100,000 over the last 10 years into my personal growth, into coaches, into mentors. And this event is just a fraction of that. And I'm teaching what I wish I had access to when I first started in these 2 days. So if you're serious about this, when you see the price, it's a no-brainer. All you got to do is get your butt there, whether you're flying in or if you're local, it's even better. But the event is going to be in London, 3rd week in May, I think the 20th and 21st, and July 22nd, 23rd. All right, if you're interested in either of these events, email me. I'm going to give you my personal email, vincedelmonte@hotmail.com. That is my personal email. That is not like rerouted back to me. That goes directly to me. So just keep that for yourself. vincedelmonte@hotmail.com. Just put in the subject line, interested in the seminar, business seminar, and can you send me more information on the event I'm interested in attending? And I will send you that, and then you can let me know. And if you're interested, I'll send you back the payment link so you can secure your spot. All right, so that's it, guys. If you guys are enjoying these fitness business videos, let me know. Maybe we'll make a separate playlist, and your feedback will guide me if I should make more. Just let me know in the comment section below. And again, I hope to see you in one of the upcoming 0 to 6 figure formula seminars. All right, see you guys next time.